Why is it just on me?
Well, I got the cameras backwards.
Hello there. We're Super Talk Bros. Hi. This is our a second video on camera. It's we're hopefully not going to have any technical difficulties this time.
We already did. I put it to the wrong camera.
Well, okay, look, let's be optimistic here. Today's topic is childhood. We're gonna talk about our childhood.
Are you gonna introduce yourself?
Useless.
He's still trying to learn how to podcast, guys. I'm trying to teach him the ropes. This is his show. This is Colton, my brother. I am Toby. This is Sarah.
Bunny.
Look, there's a 14-year. There's a 14-year age gap between Colton and I. We are brothers. They are lovers, sort of.
Me and Toby are better lovers, though.
Oh, you're lame.
We're also eating dinner in the middle of this, by the way.
Yeah. So, and coughing apparently. All right. So there's a 14-year age gap between the two of us, and that's kind of what this podcast is about. Besides just life in general, since I can spread my wisdom of being a 35-year-old man to my little 21-year-old. Are you still 21? You're 22 this year. Okay, just
I'll be
making sure.
turning 22 in like 2 months.
Look, I was doing math, and I was like, I know that's 14. Anyways.
That's not math. That's air shredding, Toby. That's air shredding. So how do we want to kick this off? I guess we could start by saying we're like he said, we're 14 years in age difference gap. Yep, that thing. I was born in 2002. So
that's math for you.
Well, what about you? What about you?
Me?
When were you born?
I was born in 88. Doesn't that sound so long ago?
I was born in 1988. Yeah, that's...
I was born in the late 1900s.
I was born in 2004.
Have you heard people say that? The late 1900s?
That's so stupid. That's really... I mean, is that... Yeah?
I mean, it's right. It's accurate.
Yeah.
Like, the late 1900s.
It's so dumb. Okay, what did you do?
What?
How was your... What kind of shows did you grow up watching?
Like, we're talking cartoons, we're talking...
Just anything.
So
10. You were 10. What were you watching at 10?
When I was 10, probably Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles, Batman, X-Men. You know what? I was a huge cartoon kid. I know, all kids are into cartoons, but, any cartoon that came up, I was in for it. There was... And I'm from the year where they had all the anthropomorphic. How do you say it? Anthropomorphic. I sometimes can't say words. Animal people. There we go. I come from the era where Ninja Turtles got popular, so every freaking cartoon had some kind of humanoid animal of some sort. So I had biker mice from Mars. I had biker mice.
There's a P in it.
Street Sharks. There was the Cowboys of Mamusa or something like that.
What is Street Sharks? That sounds cool.
It sounds cool on paper, and the action figures were so cool.
It sounds like Gangster Sharks,
Well, so it's like three teenagers that were changed into sharks, and one guy was a whale, and anyways, their gimmick was they would dive into the streets, and their fins would be sticking out of the street, and they would just tear up all the... There's no way it could be a real superhero because...
They were menaces.
Yeah, all they did was tear up the streets.
Okay, you know what? This is a perfect topic. You know why? Because I didn't know how weird the fucking 90s were.
Yeah.
Okay, so... It's Friday. You just got out of school. What was your go-to channel for your cartoons?
Oh, this is going to make me sound so old.
You're going to say fucking Boomerang, aren't you?
Well, yes, Boomerang. I love the Boomerang channel. But no. So when I lived with my dad when I was I don't know, at a certain point, I lived with my dad when, we didn't have very many, like, channels. We didn't have satellite or anything. Like, we literally had the bunny ears on our TVs.
That's what you call those? That's an antenna, man.
Yeah, they're antennas, but like the bunny ears, it's just two little antennas sticking
So,
out.
like, did you ever put the tin foil on top of them?
No. I never did that. But you'd have to adjust them, and like, so after school for a long time, I would watch Recess, the Buzz Lightyear TV show, and Digimon. And I didn't like Digimon, but I was like, that's all I had. I couldn't watch anything else.
I think I remember Recess. Like they played that for a little while up in like 2000, 2008.
Oh yeah, they probably replayed it forever.
But okay, so for me, it's gonna sound stupid. It's gonna sound so basic, and I would love to come home from school, fucking play outside for a little bit, and then I walk in and watch me some SpongeBob. SpongeBob was the shit. I don't care.
So SpongeBob, I remember, came out in like 2001 or 2002.
It was like 99.
Was it?
Let me
I just
confirm
remember.
that.
Okay, you know what? You're right. It had to have been closer to 99 because it was in my peak of watching wrestling. And I specifically, this is stupid, I remember watching Hulk Hogan versus Goldberg.
Yeah, May 1st, 1999.
Okay, see, that makes sense. Goldberg versus Hogan, and I remember watching SpongeBob like sometime in that time period.
Okay, look at it like this. If you were born in 88, you're a year older than The Simpsons.
Yes. Yes, because they started in December 89.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah.
You know they're
They've existed as long as I have.
yeah, and I think I read
And they're
some.
probably out.
Oh yeah, no, I read somewhere that they're gonna go up to 40, season 40.
Jesus.
Like that's pretty insane.
What about Bunny? What did Bunny watch?
Yeah, what did you watch?
I came home and watched like Adult Swim, so like Family Guy, American Dad, The Simpsons. I never really watched like actual cartoons except for like The Loud House. I used to watch The Loud House.
What's the Loud House?
It's this like a really annoying cartoon show where this little boy
you're the
named
Loud House,
Lincoln,
Toby.
he has like white hair and he is the only boy in like a family of like 11 girls or some shit like that, and they're just loud. I don't know. I don't remember any of it.
But you used to watch it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what?
You
Honestly,
think I was paying attention? No.
you know, I said SpongeBob, but Phineas and Ferb. That was my fucking jam.
I
That
hated
was my
Phineas and
jam.
Ferb.
Nah, fuck you, Phineas and Ferb.
I don't know. It's just so repetitive. Let's go build something. We built it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Doofenshmirtz made it disappear before my sister could tell my mom.
Okay, let me ask this. I want y'all to go younger. Like, what was like Blue's Clues? Did y'all watch Blue's Clues?
Oh fuck, Max and Ruby. Max and Ruby.
Max and
I
Ruby,
don't
100%.
remember Max and Ruby.
It's
Max
the two rats.
and Ruby. They're fucking rabbits, you stupid motherfucker.
Shut up.
I gotta look up what Max
I
and
was
Ruby.
close.
Max and Ruby. Ruby and Max.
Like, do y'all remember Franklin the turtle?
Fuck Franklin. That
But do you know who it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is that
Okay, I know who
is
Max
that the
and Ruby
turtle
is.
with like the hamster and the duck?
that's like it. I
And
was
they were like
convinced.
kind of realistic and
I was convinced that the turtle had Down syndrome or was
What-
autistic.
I don't remember the show. I just
What about
remember
Little
they
Bear?
looked like.
Little Bill.
Little Bear.
What about Little Bill?
What's Little Bill?
What about
Bro.
what about that one? I mean, Little Bear reminds me of the. Is that what I'm thinking? The old ass bears, like that show with those
No.
old ass bears.
What the
The
fuck?
Bernstein Bears?
Yeah.
No, I hated that show as a kid.
I love that shit.
So whoa. You,
What-
no.
ahead.
y-
Go
so
ahead,
there
go
was a TV show, not a TV show, a movie. It was if I remember correctly, it was about a toy factory and a bear. But it's a Christmas movie. I gotta look. It was a stuffed animal. Like, hold on, I gotta look this up.
Okay, what about like Barney? Did
No.
y'all weren't on Barney?
I'm pretty sure Barney was losing its zing around the time I was.
It probably was.
no, because when I was a kid, it was still on TV all the time. I was just creeped the fuck out by those dinosaurs
I love you.
with their whack ass. Like their eyes would stare into your soul when you were watching that shit.
So you didn't like Barney? What about like Sesame Street? Y'all watch Sesame Street?
No,
Weird.
I didn't watch Elmo either.
Yeah, Elmo
I did
wasn't
watch
my
Blue's
jam.
Clues, SpongeBob. You know, Living Maddie.
What the fuck is that movie?
Well, no one knows. No, it's really weird, like, because I know a lot of like cartoons I watched when I was younger probably did like.
Oh yeah, they definitely still aired when we were
Right. Like, did y'all watch Powerpuff Girls or
Oh,
Johnny
I love
Bravo?
Powerpuff Girls.
Let me just run down a list. Johnny Test.
Okay, I remember when that came out,
Fuck.
but that wasn't something I watched.
Kick Buttowski. That was my shit.
Don't know that one.
Ben 10.
Ben 10 was around.
I really didn't
I
like
love
Ben
Ben 10
10.
and Johnny Test.
What about the Phantom?
Danny Phantom.
Danny
Danny
Phantom.
Phantom.
No, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yo,
watch
like
it.
6-year-old me had the biggest crush on Danny Phantom. You could not stop me.
Ooh, what was your first like celebrity crush?
Mine?
Like
All both of you.
Does the cartoon character work?
No, I want to
does
know
that
like the
count?
real person. I want to know your
Oh.
first like.
Probably Finn Wolfhard.
Who's that?
He's in It and Stranger Things. Yeah.
Wait.
The one with the glasses. I don't remember their fucking names from It. I haven't watched it in so long.
It was
That's your first like
Richie?
celebrity crush?
Yeah, he was my age, and I was like, "Ooh, you're kind of cute."
Oh, that's so weird. Y'all are so young. Okay, what about you?
Well, I've had celebrity crushes before then. I just don't remember their names.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
fuck. I'm blanking. I don't remember her name. Hold on.
All right, I'll tell
I
you.
don't remember their names. I don't even remember what show they were in. I just remember what they looked like.
See, when I tell you mine, it's weird because I'm an adult now, and I don't. It was when I was a kid. Like I was in love. Like I had to been. Actually, I'm gonna look up the year of the movie, but it was called Harriet the Spy. I don't even know what this kid looks like anymore. I hate saying kid. Why did I say it like that? God damn it!
Yeah, we're talking about my celebrity crush. This kid, I don't even know what it looks like anymore. Allegedly, though.
You know the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Shut up.
Yeah,
Don't even talk about Cole Sprouse and Dylan Sprouse.
I thought they were
1996.
so hot.
So 1996, I would have been what, 8? So probably I probably watched this movie about 8 or 9. So this makes sense. 8 or 9-year-old Toby had a crush on this little girl.
Stop
Here.
saying little girl. Let me see.
Well, yeah, I know. I keep saying it. So the Harriet the Spy actress.
Oh yeah.
I just remember that's my girlfriend.
my first like
So,
little kid female crush
Yeah.
was definitely. Have you seen Kick-Ass?
Yes.
You know the little girl in it?
Yes.
I saw her in Carrie, and I thought she was so hot.
I really didn't know she
But
played
she's
in that
older in
movie.
Carrie.
So, 11-year-old me was like loving on Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween.
Nope, that's fair.
13-year-old me thought Jennifer Tilly was going to be
Oh
his.
yeah,
it
no,
was-
Jennifer Tilly. Oh my God.
that was my wife. That was my
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah.
And now,
We share.
17-year-old me
Okay.
thought, fuck, I don't know the actress, but Amanda Young. I think that's her last name,
Amanda
right?
Young. I don't know. who that is.
Saw.
Oh, the girl that plays.
Oh, I was loving it. I was loving
Yeah.
that tweaker-esque. Didn't needed the dad in her
You
life.
know what? So she was actually in a show called Becker.
Ooh.
Did you ever watch Becker?
No, but
So it
I.
was a comedy. She was a comedian actor, and she was the fun ditzy I'm dumb kind of character. So when that movie came out, I was like, what is she doing? She's in this weird serious role where she almost dies. She's flirty and the ditzy blonde, even though I don't think she was blonde in that movie or show.
No, I think she was brown. Okay, so another one. I do not know her name, and me and you got into this altercation
Hold on.
about this. Meg from Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
I think the first vessel or the first person she possesses, I think she's ugly as fuck. Now the second one, I'm not gonna say
Okay.
what I would allegedly do to this actress in my mind.
Okay.
But let's go on a limb here and say, please marry me. Let me look what her name is. Hold on.
You're getting some death looks right now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, so you seen Hocus Pocus, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know this dude?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he was so hot when I was 11.
Actually, those witches were so busty in that movie.
For
Like
real,
the
the
cleavage?
what was her
Hocus
name?
Pocus?
Sarah,
Yeah.
Hocus
the one
Pocus?
that has my name. Oh my god,
that the
she
blonde
was,
one?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was so hot. And that song she sings, oh, I love that song. It's so cute.
One of my biggest celebrity crushes.
This is Colton.
Let me see. Don't play. Hey,
My biggest celebrity crush is Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace.
so look. Whew, she's a. You know, there's another girl in Good Girl, or is it Good Girls, the new TV series where they rob a grocery store and it turns out to be gang money, and
I don't know that
Can't see
movie.
it. It's Sarah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
the short one.
Oh yeah, her.
But look, I don't know if you can see
Hold
this.
on, let me pull to your camera.
Hold on, let me just.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is.
That's Meg. That's her second. That's her second vessel.
Did you? Oh, so that's just such a weird topic. Just talking about girls we thought were hot, celebrities. So
Marry me.
I used to be in be a big fan of the show Smallville. You know, the Superman kind of show.
Yeah, that show was like long as fuck. I didn't realize.
It's like 9 seasons,
Dude, it's like 13 seasons.
No.
When we were moving those that thing, I'm telling you, I saw 12 seasons of
We're
Smallville.
gonna look this up. Anyways, the girl on there, that's like Clark's best friend, 10 seasons. His best friend Chloe, who is not in the comic books originally, they actually wrote her into the comic books, which I thought was really cool. But like, so like, look, Clark is supposed to be with Lois Lane. Like, that's where it's supposed to always go to, right? Him and Lois Lane. And then he even has a little thing with Lana Lang, which is a different character. I don't know why their names are so similar and so close. That's bad writing, in my opinion. But, like, the entire series, I was like, I hope he gets with Chloe. Because I loved Chloe. I thought she was so fucking cute. Turns out she was in a sex cult and I think she's in jail right now.
Y'all know Beck.
Allegedly.
In a sex cult.
Y'all know Beck from Victoria. Wait, no. Hold on. Fuck, what's it called? I almost said
Becky.
Victoria's Secret. From
Victorious.
Victorious.
Or whatever the fuck it is.
God, that I got a picture of him right here.
Allison
This dude.
Mack is the chick's name.
This dude.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the girl.
No, Beck. The girl's. Which girl are you talking about? The emo girl. This is her boyfriend for the first couple episodes and shit. Oh yeah.
Spoiler
I'm
alert.
gonna-
Oh, here,
so hot.
throw that back up on the screen so I can zoom in on it. What is it? Who is it? I don't-
Beck. Here, let me just pull up this picture so you can just see him when he's younger and not when he's older.
I still don't recognize
That
it.
dude.
Okay, so, Toby,
So
what was your favorite snack when
name
you
was
were
Jade.
growing up?
Snacks when I had like Dunkaroos and crap like that. Do you know what Dunkaroos are?
Yeah.
But did you have them as a kid or did you have them as an adult?
Both.
So you do remember them as a kid. See, I don't know like what different snacks would be different. There's you know what? There is one thing and I yearn for it. Oh, they used to have. Do you remember? You know, Mr. Peanut, right? The mascot of the Peanuts brand.
Oh yeah.
He's got the monocle and the top
Yeah.
hat. So they used to have this like it was a little foil like resealable bag, kind of like the bags that you get like chocolate covered pretzels and stuff.
Okay,
in.
yeah.
And it was like chocolate, but it was in the shape of a peanut, and it had peanut butter in the middle of it.
Oh, that sounds...
And they were so fucking good. And I've
You
been
know what?
I've been chasing that high ever since those back then.
So, it's like... Is it similar to a Reese's, but it does not taste like a Reese's?
right,
Like-
it was the chocolate is what made it way different.
Okay, so for example, I can find a chocolate-covered potato chip anywhere. I'm not weird. But
You are.
there is a company that our mother works for. Well, it's a company that's sponsored, whatever. I cannot remember the brand of chocolate.
Oh, I know the chocolate that you're talking about. Yeah. But what about it?
They have the fucking best chocolate-covered potato chips. And you can get chocolate-covered potato chips, but there's no matching that.
Huh.
So, like, I could get... It's what I'm trying to say is, like, was it one of those, like, it was a one-of-a-kind taste?
Yeah. It was like the texture and everything about it is, like I said, I'm chasing that high.
Have you ever had a dream about those?
I dream about them every fucking day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about them. But look at me, I'm always thinking about food.
What about you, Bunny? So help me God, if you say Red Bull, I'm hopping over there and I'm beating the crap out of you.
Red Bull, Red Bull. No, I think just like the Warheads. I was like mad obsessed with Warheads. Like anything Warhead that has ever came out, I like immediately can go get it because I love fucking. I love sour things, but most like sour candies just don't do it right. Like they cannot get it sour enough for me. Like I can't do spicy, but I can eat a whole lemon and be perfectly fine.
Okay. Here you say Warheads. Didn't they used to have like the liquid drops?
Yeah.
Okay.
They still have them. They're so good.
So
My mic is messing up. Like it won't stay.
oh well,
It keeps lowering, and I'm like having to lower with it.
It's too far forward now. Anyways,
Good job.
it's too heavy on that end. So, hey, Mr. Useless Colton.
Yeah.
Did you know that our mother used to own a restaurant?
For how long?
A year or two? I don't.
Really?
I don't know. This is when like I was so young, everything was fuzzy, and all I cared about was wrestling. So I remember a lot of wrestling stuff.
Oh
then.
yeah, you're getting married.
Happened in a
Cool. Hulk
restaurant.
Hogan's beating the shit out of Andre the Giant today. Bye, loser.
Not that old. Come on now. No, because all I really remember about that restaurant was because it was in. I won't say the town. I almost said it. You know,
Detroit.
Detroit. That's right. Anyways, it was called. You know what? Is she still awake? Let's just put her on the phone and.
Yeah, she's probably still awake.
Here, we're gonna call her.
You're calling
what
mom
happened to the
old.
restaurant?
Can you hear
Actually,
this,
She's
Hello?
probably asleep. Oh,
Diane?
What?
You're on the podcast right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what was the restaurant called that you used to own?
Crazy crab.
Crazy Crab. Yeah. Okay.
With K's.
With K's.
what happened to it?
KK.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to it?
Wasn't making no money.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a seafood, right?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's.
Seafood restaurant on one side and bar on the other.
Did y'all own the bar too?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
How old were you, Mom?
How old were you?
Mm,
How old was I? It had to have been
I
like
was-
1999 or 2000 or before 2000.
yeah, mid to late 90s.
Well, I know this because WCW versus the World was out, or I think that's what the game is called. It's a wrestling game. I'll look up that game and see what year that was. But anyways, that's all I wanted because I kept wanting to call it the Krusty Krab because of fucking SpongeBob. So I was just wanting to confirm that it was called the
And
Crazy.
that was here, right?
No,
The crazy.
the Crazy. Okay,
in
thank you.
Detroit.
I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye. Yeah.
Just that's an inside joke. Colton sounds like the penguin from the 1960s
Oh, no, that's not how I
Batman.
laugh. How did I laugh? I don't remember how I laughed. I can't mimic it.
Anyways, all that being said about the Crazy Crab, they used to go to Albertsons to buy a lot of their produce and stuff, right? And that's the only place that I could find that sour Warhead drop stuff, right? And I would buy so much of it, and I would take it to school, and I would charge kids like 50 cents a drop.
Damn!
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd also sell rubber bands. I used to sell gum. I used to sell all kinds of shit at school.
Okay, but did you sell
Those
silly
drops
bands?
were so good.
What is silly band? Oh, is that like the little black and green and like
No.
No, the silly bands they're rubber bands.
Within
they were like
shapes.
you were elite if you had these as a kid though.
they were like shapes and
they,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
they were the little shapes. You could get like a dinosaur or a
Hey,
unicorn
hey,
or like
hey.
SpongeBob.
This
or like,
this was my childhood. Let me speak it.
Did you not have these?
I probably had more silly bands than you.
I bet
did.
you had more fidget spinners than you had anything.
No. Dude, fidget spinners got banned in my school before I even knew what they were.
Yeah, same. I got
And
one and they're like,
slime,
no.
Like before I did anything with that, like immediately like banned in schools, and I was like, "What the fuck do you mean slime's banned in schools? Who the fuck is bringing slime to school?"
Things at school. I don't like I said, maybe Game Boy. Oh, CD players. I know.
Really? People would bring their fucking CD players.
No, they'd bring Walkmans. Little.
Do you know what a Walkman is?
Little CD players that you could like
Put headphones into.
like they were little. They were like this.
Like
You'd
iPod.
you'd clip them. No, you'd clip them on your belt, and you could put little CDs, or you could put the little like square.
Toby,
square
you're over
CD
there
things.
reaching for down by your waist like you've had one before.
Well,
I
so was I.
have.
You put them. You like
have.
clip them. You clip them onto your pants. And
I never
you have
clipped them on
these-
my pants,
well,
but
What were you
It's
jamming?
easy.
I set my friends on
and
fire,
you'd
or
have these like
Probably.
I
headphones that
wrestled
are
the
like
bear
these,
once.
probably.
but they were like metal on the top and really shitty small headphones
yeah.
for those. I know. I watch TV.
So, like, look, the ones that I had were like I would always just keep in my backpack, and then I'd run the cord. But like they were like this big, and then they were like that thick, just big enough to where you could put a CD in it, and it would spin it, and you could play the music. Put the headphones in, you could change the tracks.
I don't know why I was
Fucking
thinking of the
old.
ones with those like
you
cadet
don't,
or no.
you know
that's
how
wrong.
easy it is to go back on your music now.
Yes, I
Button.
know, and I've been the generation that grew up with iPads before they were all touchscreen, and they had the little wheel in the middle.
You had to rewind your music, didn't you?
When it was on cassettes, yes. Look, I remember getting my first CD player, like a stereo, like a big stereo, like bigger. The big stereos are almost as big as that TV that's beside you, Colton. I know the viewers can't see it, but it's like
It's like about the
like 2
size of
feet.
our box.
I mean, they're big, and like they had 2 big speakers that came with them and stuff. And mine was like a 3-disc CD changer and stuff. And I remember my first few CDs. My very first CD was a soundtrack from a video game, Killer Instinct. That was the first CD I owned, and then I bought the Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation soundtracks. Those are the movie soundtracks, and Space Jam.
I gotta mention, you look so insecure over there talking about
Because
CDs. You're not that old, man.
Well, no, like whenever I may have been born in 2004, but my first music type thing was also CDs. My dad gave me
Yeah.
his old ICP and Eminem CDs, and I would
Dude,
play
Blu-ray's
that shit
still
on
newer.
repeat in my room. Like I had my own CD player, like the music ones, not the TV
Look, if it
ones.
makes you feel any better, Damien is gonna be like, "What's a Blu-ray?" In
no,
like
Damien's
10
gonna be
years.
like, "What's an iPad?"
"No, what's a DVD?" I mean, that's kind of how things are happening, though. What's a DVD?
What's
He's
a
gonna see a
TV?
VHS and be like, "Whoa!"
So this is what's funny. Like, so I've grown up in all the stages of, people having internet to where it's, becomes, when it was like, it was rare to have the internet to it's very common to have the internet in your house.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Well, hold on. I've had to deal with like Wi-Fi. I've gone through all the steps of getting all the new technology, right? Try to explain to a 3-year-old why the iPad doesn't work when you leave the house. That is so confusing to them because they're like, but why don't we have internet here? Well, because it's a signal, and that signal's only in our house, and it can only go so far, and like, it's so hard to explain it. Well, then why can I use it at McDonald's? Well, because there's a signal there, and like, you have to explain signals instead of like, oh, it's hooked up to the wall. Like if you're like, my phone's dead, I need to plug it into the wall. Any kid's like, okay, that's how you make the phone work. It's into the wall.
Okay, and have you ever had to be like, well, how come your phone works when you leave the house?
Kind of. Yeah, a little bit.
My ass is gonna tell Damien because a wizard. I'm a wizard.
Because
Your dad's a wizard, but he can only use his powers in the house and at McDonald's.
I hate that was kind of funny.
That's how your iPad works.
But yeah, it gets really weird trying to explain advanced technology to like your kids and stuff because they're not growing up in it. So they're skipping there's a lot of stuff like you skipped the era of the cassettes. Both of you did. Like cassette tapes. Now I know Colton has some experience with VHS. Do you have any like VHS tapes, Sarah?
Oh yeah, but I was poor growing up, so we didn't have I grew up until I was like 11 with a box TV that we
Ooh.
had to use VHSs to watch anything on.
You know what I used to do?
So it's like I grew up with you, Toby.
So I used to get mad while I was playing video games, and it was the best thing ever. Because, man, you could fucking straight up sucker punch the TV, and you would
Break
only
your
hurt yourself.
hand.
Now you get mad and want to punch your TV, you've got to go take a trip to Walmart and get another fucking TV.
I can't tell you how many times that we would electrocute our pinkies with that TV because our on
The
and off
static?
button
Oh.
for our TV was missing. So we normally had a pencil that would sit next to the TV that we would shove in there to turn on and off our TV. Because, like, the button just came out one day and it was just gone. Like, we had no idea where it went. We had no idea what happened to it. It was just gone. So we had to shove a pencil in there. And sometimes we'd lose the pencil. So we'd be like, you know what? Let's just... And it would hurt like a bitch.
Where's the TV pencil? I gotta watch something.
Yeah!
I got to turn on my soaps. What's going on?
Where's the fucking TV pencil?
Okay.
I'm going to beat your ass.
So what was... And I know you grew up in the aging... You know, the internet was becoming a thing. I got two questions, actually. Was the internet always a thing in your lifetime?
No.
At what point did the internet become a thing?
So at one point you had to do dial-up internet, okay? So that was like through your landline, through the phones. So I remember my dad actually got me my own phone line in my room at his house so I could have my own internet. Because if I was on the internet and someone called the house phone, it would kick you off the internet. So if you were downloading something or trying to go to a website and it was loading up, someone would call and it would take forever to load. It was not fast. Like, you didn't watch YouTube videos. There was no friggin' way that was... And if you did watch a video, it was like blocky and choppy and terrible. Like, I used to download music videos and it would take like 6 days to download a music video.
Fuck!
I've got a really funny story. So, because I'm part of the generation that did a lot of like pirating, I guess you could say. Almighty. So like you would download music. That's how I got so into music, is because I would just be like, oh, that band name sounds cool. Mushroom Head, Slipknot, and I just start downloading stuff. Mudvayne, like that's how everything. So
A lot of dope bands just M's.
yeah.
Like no.
So, but like I'd also do that with music videos. Well, one time I wanted to download the music video Break Stuff, Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. So I downloaded it. Now here's the thing: there was no preview. You didn't preview it. You just downloaded it and hoped it wasn't a virus or something else. Like they would always mislabel bands. So like people would upload their music and it would be mislabeled, and you'd download it and you'd be like, this band rocks, and you'd find out it was a different band completely.
Yeah.
So that's how they would trick you into being like, anyways. So mislabeled video. My other brother Tyler and my stepbrother DJ were with me, and I was like, "Yo, want to watch this Limp Bizkit music video? I'd never seen it before." And they're like, "Yeah." I clicked on it. The biggest penis I've ever seen. It started entering
Bigger than Drake?
yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly. And look, we were all underage, and I was like, trying to close out of it. And my brother, I looked over, and their eyes were just as huge as could be, like,
Toby, why do you have that?
and I was like, I don't know what that was. I don't know why that was there. And I started just deleting stuff. And I was so afraid that I was going to get in trouble. And I've brought it up to them. I swear this happened, and I've brought it up to them, and they're like, I don't remember that happening. So I think either it was a trauma response, and they're just like, nope, that didn't happen to me. But then we did download the right music video, and we were able to watch. I previewed it before.
There was a wrong Break Stuff, and I think it said I don't think it said Limp Bizkit.
No, it was a hard biscuit. Very, very large hard biscuit, and he broke something.
How long did you sit there and was like, oh God,
like 2 seconds. Like, it wasn't very long. It was so quick. I was like, just turn off. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of internet searches and accidental freakouts, I
You're about to embarrass yourself.
I'm not
get your
actually.
ass
I
kicked.
used to fucking love Happy Wheels. What was a
Happy
game?
Wheels.
Toby, you've never played Happy Wheels?
No.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean.
Okay, look, I'm not
was
going to
like,
give you
Happy
any.
Wheels.
Listen. I'm not going to give you any context. But after we get off here, I'm putting you on Happy Wheels. But listen, it's such a stupid fucking game. Like it was Happy Wheels and I Am Bread.
I know. I've played I Am Bread.
I used to watch YouTubers play those games, but like I'd never play Happy Wheels.
Okay,
Or
so
Iron Bread.
okay.
Like, no.
Happy Wheels was a game you found on the internet. You would have to go to the website, play the game through the website. What is one of those games of your time? Like there's cool math, there's
I used to play Fire Boy and Water Girl.
yeah, like
Fire
games
Girl
like
and
that.
Water Boy. No, Water Girl and Fire Boy. Yeah.
Jesus.
With like the little puzzles, and you'd have to jump over some lava if you were the Fire Girl, and if you were the Water Girl, and if you were the Fire Boy, you'd have to jump over, and you'd have to like get all the coins, and then go to the doors, and then it'd do the doo sound, and you'd get to go to the next level. Yeah. It was my shit.
I hope the viewers
Okay.
are. I know what you're talking about, and I feel like nothing was.
Okay.
Anyways, what was one of those games for you, Toby?
I mean, you got to think. There's a lot of stuff that comes to mind. I mean, there's games that we specifically played at school, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's this like character with a blue jacket, and he's got a red hat on, but he didn't have a face.
It starts with
I'm
an
pretty
I.
sure that's not the
It
game
starts-
name.
It starts with an I. No, it wasn't like a game. It was what the website you would go to play the
for your thing.
games.
Mine was like it's called Gizmos and Gadgets. I think Gizmos and
That does sound familiar.
Gadgets. Computer game. That was one of them. There was like some Hot Wheels games that we used to play all the time. I'm trying to find. I want you to see this character.
You know that dinosaur that you got
Here's-
to play the game with when you had no internet? Was that a thing when you were younger? No. Really?
Here's if you can see that.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, it's Gizmos and Gadgets. You had
That's
to do
not
like
what I was thinking
math
of.
problems and stuff to
So
like
it's
they
just
were
like
learning
cool maths.
games.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember in school they'd try to make us play like Cool Math, and at first on Cool Math you could play a bunch of games that were not school related until the schools started banning those games, and then like the only game you could play was this math game where like you were shooting at aliens but you had to solve the problem to shoot them.
I think I've played something very similar to
I
that.
hated that
too.
game, and it was such bad graphics. Like it was such a bad game, and I'm dumb and do not know math.
Mine was with a
It
dirt
sucked.
bike. If you got the right problem, you could ride around on a dirt bike or something.
Oh, I just had something. What was it? Son of bitch. I forgot instantly. We were talking about
Gizmos and Gadgets.
Gizmos and Gadgets. I lost it. Whatever it was, I lost. Sorry, guys.
We'll figure it out next episode.
Toby, do you want my other Berber?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I'm full.
I'm trying to think. Because, like, there's a lot of differences. You played on the shitty internet. You went and skateboarded with your friends and stuff.
Well, yeah, I was very big into skateboarding when I was younger. I was gonna say I'm the MySpace era.
Yeah.
I'm part of the MySpace era. Did y'all ever even have a MySpace?
Nope.
I never had a
cake.
I my friend had a MySpace account, but like I didn't have I didn't get my first phone until I was 15, so I didn't have shit.
Ooh, when did you get your first Fern?
12.
12? What kind of phone was it?
A BlackBerry. It was one of those Blackberries that had instead of like,
The wheel in the middle?
yeah, the little ball, the
I
fucking
still
ball.
have mine. I got a BlackBerry. It didn't work at all. Like it would turn on, but you couldn't open anything. You couldn't get into anything. Like you couldn't do anything on that phone. But you could listen to music on it, and that was it. And I had it for a while, and it was just to listen to music to. And I still have it. It's in like this pink phone case, and it has the little ball, and then the buttons.
But
My first phone was like this really shitty LG phone that was like indestructible. Like I wanted a new phone so bad, and I kept trying to break it, and it just would not
Listen,
break.
It wasn't. I had the indestructible Nokia brick phone.
I knew you were going to say something. And speaking
Well,
of indestructible,
no, like, it was like a normal fucking phone, but it was made of like plastic and metal, Like the back was made out of plastic and the little corners had metal on it, and that was it. But it was like indestructible. Like I couldn't even get the screen to crack. I threw it. I remember how I broke it. Actually, when I was 15, I was in high school and I gave it to one of my friends and I was like, throw this up as high as you possibly can. And when it comes down, it's not gonna fucking break. Because I've tried so hard.
And
like
it
I
finally
threw
did.
it. I threw it a couple times and it was super duper high and came down and didn't break. And my friend did it and it shattered. And I was like, I'm getting a new phone.
So I never had the luck that you had. I could never keep a phone. I remember that fucking ball phone. I used to play the fuck out of this one game, but I'd watch a lot of porn on that phone.
How old were you?
I was 12. I was glad that phone fucking broke. Listen. I was feeding and watering my dog at the time, and I was going out there with a fucking bucket of water, because we're fucking broke, blah blah blah. And my phone is in my jacket pocket or something, and I dumped this water on myself on accident somehow. Cause I'm like 12, dude. I can't carry a big ass bucket of water, so it's sloshing around, and I fucked this phone up entirely. Honestly, 2 weeks later, I get my first iPhone. It was like an iPhone 4, maybe.
That was my first iPhone too.
I've tripped with it in my hand. I've quite literally thrown it at the grass because I was pissed off at Flappy Bird or a game I was playing. It didn't break. Now, it falls out of my back pocket while I'm going to sit down, and it fucking shatters.
Yeah.
And
the iPhone 5?
the iPhone 4, whichever one it was I had.
Or 4 or whatever.
But no, iPhones are fucking so well known for being so cool as a phone, but such a fucking bad phone because they crack so easily. The phone I've had before this, it fell out of somebody's pocket, not even a foot off the ground, and completely shattered. Like fuck.
And then he used my phone for a year and
Yeah.
then got a new phone.
Yeah.
So, hear this. I had that Nokia phone that I was talking about. It was in my backpack. It had minutes on it. It was a prepaid phone. So, Mom would call me to come home because I'd go skating or something. And she'd call me and I'd answer and she'd be like, come home now, and hang up because, you didn't want to use minutes, That would be a half a minute just saying that. Really? Yeah, it automatically deducted half a minute. Well, you kicked the camera, but that made it into a better position.
Cool.
Finally.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I remember it being in my backpack, and it started going beep, 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 making this crazy beeping noise. And I was like, what is going on? That was the very first text message I ever got. I didn't know you could text. I was like, what in the world? Someone sent me a thing. And it said who it was from. It was from my friend Laura. And I was like, what is this? And every text message would take away half a minute. So it wasn't even a phone call. So
Fuck.
I would have to text people and say, please stop texting me. You're using up my minutes, because it would take away half a minute from me when they would text me. Times were rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
could be your crush, I love you with every inch of my body, and she sent that first hey, how are you doing? And then you're like, oh my god, stop texting me. And she's like, I love you. I want to get married when you turn 20. I love you. And you just fucking crush those dreams.
Yeah.
You're not worth 30 seconds of my life. No.
I actually had every phone I'd ever had. 2 years ago, before I moved to my dad's house, 2 years ago, my dad got custody of me, and I moved to my dad's house, and I had this really cool room at my mom's house before I moved in with my dad, and I had every phone I'd ever had, and I had every vape I'd ever smoked, and all kinds of every stuffed animal I'd ever had.
So you're a hoarder.
I am a hoarder. On my wall, I had all of my stuffed animals pinned up on the wall, and then my door, I had manga taped onto my door. It was so cool. And then I moved to my dad's house, and I come back, and all of it's gone. My whole childhood of collecting stuffed animals is gone. Every stuffed animal I'd ever gotten was on that wall, and it was just gone. Every phone I'd ever had was on that wall, and it was just gone. Things that I'm so mad now that they're gone, because I was mad whenever I found out they were gone, but even more now, my aunt that passed away, Ariana, I had a bunch of her stuff. And it's all gone. My mom like threw out everything whenever I moved out because she was so mad that my dad got custody of me. So she threw away like all my shit and made my room into my nephew's room, my sister's kid's room, and so like all my shit was gone. I was so mad.
Fuck you.
Sorry. Hey, my dad did the same thing. He threw away a bunch of my Pokemon cards. I'm not going to say I had like a really, really expensive collection, but I know I had like the original like Charizard and stuff like that. Like stuff it has a little bit of value, but you know.
Yeah.
Your dad gave me his first porn collection. My first porn collection.
Oh, those cards from my this is the last story and then we'll wrap up. My dad went to Vegas and they hand out these like the call girl like business cards.
Oh, those were real women?
Yes.
Oh shit, hey!
And you could call. I'm sure if you called them, it wouldn't look like the girl on the picture because those. Anyways, you would call them, and you know that's what because you know prostitution is legal in Vegas, and yeah, because they would as you walk down the strip, I guess they would just hand them out. I've never been to Vegas, and they would just hand them out. So my dad had a big stack of them and brought them and gave them to you, and you were like 12 or 13.
Another thing I got to say, and we can wrap this up. Our one of our co-hosts, Stumper, is not with us currently, but not too long ago,
The prank.
yeah, we decided we would do a funny haha prank on him, and we're gonna go ahead and say your dad gave you those, whether he did it or not.
No, he did. Those were my dad had a physical porn collection.
Like the comic.
No,
Not the comic, but
the DVDs.
He had I don't know they were
It was
old
like-
and he gave them to me. So
Well,
was
the
like-
one that we put under Thumper's bed was like it was like a magazine.
You don't even know. Let me speak.
Okay.
It was like penile damnation or something like they've got the weirdest fucking names, but it was like. Anyways, we decided, fuck it, let's put him under his bed because
in
he's
between
clean,
his mattress,
and he had just washed his sheets, so it's like, why is there porn underneath your He didn't think it was very funny. He was like, no, those aren't mine. I swear, I promise. I was like, Thumper, they're under your bed. And he's like, what? They're not mine. He was just laughing the entire time. But
well, the funnier part of the situation was he was asking to use Bunny's PlayStation the week before. So
and he was like, do they play DVDs?
yeah, and
Yeah,
so it made it
he-
even more funny to make him like, is that you?
He asked like multiple times. He was like, "Hey, can I play CDs on your PlayStation?" And I was like, "My place, it doesn't play CDs.
So even
Like
funnier,
it won't. Like he was trying to play music, and I was like, it just won't. Like you can't do it." And he continued to try to put it in there, like put it in my PlayStation to play music. And I'm like, if you want to play music, you have to go to Spotify on my PlayStation because it's not going to play a CD.
Yeah.
But even funnier is he was wanting to play a CD from a band called Nigma, which is super funny because like 4 days before that we went and saw them,
And
which is just but he wasn't present for this, which I thought that was kind of funny.
I'm gonna flex. I have Nigma's Instagram, and when we went to the concert, I sent them like a bunch of stuff, and they texted me back and shit.
Oh, you're a groupie now, basically.
Yeah, my girlfriend's a groupie. It's
Yeah,
cool.
That's super cool. Yeah.
I talked to
Anyways.
them at the concert, and they were like, "Yeah, just follow us on Instagram and
I
text
think they're
us."
playing in Denton soon.
Yeah.
Anyways,
in Detroit,
or Dallas,
Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit?
I think they're playing. They're playing close by pretty soon.
They're playing.
You just
in Texas.
fucking doxed yourself.
No, that's not where I live. Anyways, let's wrap this up.
Alrighty, this has been Super Talk Bros. If you want to chime in with us this Friday, whether it's yesterday, anyways, we release every Friday. This might be a new thing. Yeah, go ahead and you can listen to this on Spotify, Apple Music. We now have videos available on YouTube.
Yep.
Go follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and
Yeah. Here's
what is
here's the social.
X
Hold on. Let's get this moved over.
at Super Talk Bros.
Stop! I'm trying to take this.
Super Talk Bros. Yeah. Also, if you want to check out badsecretmedia.com, that's links for all the stuff that I know I do, and then, stuff where you can find the Super Talk Roast stuff. But yeah, thanks for listening, right? Or watching, because you can be watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcast or Spotify or whatever, you can watch this on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you want this in your pocket or whatever, you can listen to us on one of those podcast apps.
So you can go ahead and get yourself some merch at T Public.
TeePublic/users/users/ Super Talk Bros.
Super Talk
Go
Bros.
get our allegedly shirts and hoodies.
Yeah.
We should release sweatpants.
If they had that option, we could do that, but
That'd be so nice.
They don't. Anyways, you want to say anything?
No, just awkward silence. Feel good. Shop, feel good. Feel good.